Gold. It's that point of the show where we bring our special guests on. He's just come out of the green room and he's there. He's ready to rock. It's the Worry People. But anyway, sorry, I'll let him introduce himself. So, evening, mate.
I'm Ryan, the drummer from the Worry People. Sam is on his way. He's just, I think every time we launch onto one of these things, there's an update.
Always.
It's always a nightmare. You're like, I'm on time, update out of nowhere. And
Well, I'm just going
so
to turn
he's,
my fan off because it's making a right racket and I don't want it to
yeah.
spoil the audio. So, yeah,
Okay, cool.
just chat away to everyone while you're here. Do you know, tell them a bit
Oh,
about
golly.
yourself or what have you. Just crack on. It's your show.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got a new single out. It's called Gold. It's sort of a bookend to all the EPs that we've done. We've done 4 EPs together. And Sam, who writes the songs, he has really told a true from the heart story of a relationship he was in. And to be honest, if you listen to it from EP 1 to 4, you'll hear a real authentic person going through the ups and downs of a relationship. Um, and Gold is just a really nice bookend to just say that we've closed that chapter of our lives and we're different people now. We're different worry people.
I like
We've
it. I like it.
we've tried our best to leave the worry behind, but it's always there a little bit,
Mate,
isn't it? So
we've all got worries. I've seen someone, and it says, and it's like I think he's like a Chinese fella, like a monk, and he basically says,
yeah.
when you're fitting well, you've got 1,000 problems, but when you're
Mm.
ill, you've got one.
Oh, 100%. So
Remember
yeah,
that,
very
people.
wise.
Sam's coming in now. Samuel on a Sunday gets called or by his mother.
Yeah, call him what you want, to be honest.
Well, I will do, mate. I usually do. It doesn't normally stop me. I mean, I had a right one last week. I basically said, yeah, he got upset last week because he called his dog that thing. So,
Oh God.
yeah. Evening, Sam.
Hello, how you doing?
He's nicknamed you Late Sam, always late, he says.
Always.
Yeah.
I'm a rock star. What do you expect?
I
It's got to be
know,
fashionably late, right?
I know. So, you're based in Kent, is that right?
We are indeed based in Kent, yeah, South Kent, quite close to the coast. So we get a bit of the sun. We get close enough to the sea.
Oh, big
Yes.
GPR saying Goldie's class. So yeah, you've just been talking
Ah,
about that. She's wonderful, and we played your track before you come on air.
thank you. Thank you so
Right,
much.
yeah, brilliant. So where did you both meet?
Both met at school boys. Sam was a year below me. Um, and yeah, we both did music, sort of like see each other in the halls and sort of thing, and would hang out on breaks, um, jamming, shall we say,
Nice.
Jamming, yes.
tinkering. But I was in a band at the time, and Sam was sad, and he was pining over me. Um, so it took a little while until 2020, and Sam finally got his clutches on me. He's not let go ever since. So
Yeah, got my talons in real deep.
Excellent. Well, it's interesting because you're a two-piece, and that's quite a big sound that you produce from two of you.
Yeah, I mean, with modern technology and everything, there's sort of no limitations between the sound that you can have in a studio and how you can translate that to a live setting. Yeah, so we like to think that what you hear on the records and everything is what you can expect to experience in a live show.
Nice, I like that because
yeah.
Yeah.
that has in the past been a big problem because there's some bands that I know and we've had them on. I won't mention names but their studio work is absolutely phenomenal. Love it,
Mm,
but when I've seen some of them live and it's lacking because they have everything on it when they're in the
Mm,
studio. When they're live, it's just two of them. Drums and a
mhm.
guitar and the vocals, and it's lost. I'm not saying that's wrong, but it doesn't do them justice for what they produce in the studio. Does that make sense? So it'd be
Absolutely,
nice if they
yeah,
yeah.
could
yeah.
produce that
I
out and
think
about.
we had a similar problem because we did start off doing some like bluesy stuff. Um, and when we didn't have a bass player anymore, it sort of all didn't sound. It sounded a bit hollow. And
Mm,
even some of the stuff we do now, when we first started out, it sounded very hollow. So yeah, we use a backing track, and
yeah.
we spent about a year really investing time getting that working perfectly before we started gigging, really.
Mhm.
Because we
Yeah.
wanted to give people more of an experience than just a two piece,
Yeah,
really.
exactly. It's more than more. Well, yeah, more. They normally say three's a crowd, but yeah, get in there. So what have I got here? I've got some questions here. We normally ask a question, which but I've got some other stuff. I've got some new ones because I keep asking a lot of the same stuff. I'm just looking around because my next door but one dog keeps. As soon as I get in the studio, he's in here with his ball and wants me to throw it for him. So if he turns up, I'm scuppered.
That's all right.
I'm scuppered. Where are we? I've got. So here we go. I've got a couple of questions here. Daft on this serious show. We normally ask who would survive a zombie apocalypse, but actually, which of your songs would survive a zombie apocalypse and why?
Oh gosh.
Bass or stamp,
Bass.
to be honest. Yeah, the aggressive
Yeah,
ones, the ones with a
yeah,
bit of energy.
Yeah,
yeah.
because you could go around, smashing zombies up with it, couldn't you? With your clock or
Well,
whatever.
yeah.
That's what we need, don't we? We need songs for
Mm.
the apocalypse, so we can all run around with our axes or whatever we've got, chainsaws, and cause mayhem. I think it'd be great. I'm looking forward to it actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the ones
You
with
could,
energy.
I mean, you could go the other way and choose like Cherry Tree, and they'll be like, bloody hell, that's a bit depressing. Don't want any part of
Well, I
that.
suppose so, yeah. Just the boy.
Yeah, yeah. Repel them instead.
Yeah, get sad songs on there.
Yeah, here we go. Here's another really cutting edge one. If you had to replace your instruments with household objects for a gig, what would you do? What would you use?
Probably how I
Um,
started when I was a child, pots and pans.
Pots and pans, yeah, pots and pans.
Yeah, well, like that's the closest thing I could think of,
Well,
really.
yeah, some people can really bang a tune out on old
Yeah.
buckets and stuff, can't they? If you
Yeah,
see them,
buckets, yeah, perfect.
yeah, yeah.
I could sort
amazing.
something out.
Saw a guy
I
doing
mean,
that. Go on.
yeah, I saw a video of was it Jack White with Jimmy Page, and do you remember that? Was it a documentary or something? He did a documentary, and he basically put like a bit of string on a stick and went, "See, you can make music with anything."
But you can,
So
can't you? It's all
you
about the
can, yeah,
rhythm and attitude. So they're the
exactly.
one. This is these couple of questions about touring gig life mayhem. What's the weirdest fan interaction you've ever had, or would like to have?
Oh,
Fan interaction.
Yeah, fan interaction. Have you had it? Well, you must have some fans. You must have some fans coming up and saying ridiculous things to you or whatever.
um,
I think it's all been fairly tame. I don't think anything's
yeah, but,
ever got out of
but
hand. I think where we do like sensitive indie pop music, our type of audience tends to be quite tame.
it's quite polite.
Um,
Yeah,
Quite, yeah, it's very polite. I mean, I
yeah.
had someone ask me for a guitar pick for his son, so I thought that was very sweet. That wasn't weird.
And I bet he said, "May I have one, please, for my son?" There was something like that on it, wasn't it?
Well, it was
Yeah.
up when we were in Inverness, so it was
Oh, Inverness, that'd be a bit
ni
different.
nice thick accent. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Excuse me.
If it was good job it wasn't Glasgow, I'd have headbutted you and took your guitar and
Yeah.
your picks. That'd have been it, wouldn't it? These are for my son. I was going to do a
Yeah.
Scottish accent, but I'm no good at that. Here we go. If you were both kidnapped and can only escape by performing the best mashup, which two songs would you blend to save your lives?
Probably
My
like
God.
Bye Bye Bye. Was that NSYNC?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think we just need half of it needs to be like a dance kind of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then
I like it.
don't speak. What's that? Don't speak.
Oh
Don't speak.
yeah.
No,
No,
just what you say.
oh,
Robbie's love is
it's on
fading.
the tip of
Yeah,
me.
just
On the tip.
something from the heart.
I like it. I
Yeah.
like it. I can't think who that's by now. I'll remember after the show, and I might add it to the
Oh,
show
who
notes.
is that? Is that the Gwen Stefani one? The when she was in a band. Is that her?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Oh, that's gonna bug me. I'll check it.
Oh, here we go. We've got Brazil's on. They woke up, so they're in the building. Good evening with Brazil. Oh, here we go. Have you? Oh, this is a good one. This is from Mantra. They're a band. They're in the Devon sort of area. Have you had any instances where the backing track hasn't worked as expected, and does it have any impact on the ability to mix up the set list? Oh, I like that.
Yes.
We've had a
Yes.
couple of instances, mainly probably less with the actual software and more with just the rig itself that we run it through. One of them being like one of the ports is a bit faulty, so it crackles and then it cuts.
Oh, nice.
Um, we've had ones where our wireless, we had Sennheiser really good. We thought we'd invest good money. Sennheiser wireless IEMs, and they were just terrible.
Careful what you're saying
months.
now, because they won't sponsor us anymore.
And for the
Terrible for months.
and for the uninitiated, is in ear, is that in ear microphones? Is that what's that in ear?
Monitors, yeah,
I
it's
should say.
basically like
Yeah.
it's like fancy earbuds that really isolate you, so you can't really hear much.
And I know. I'm just saying it for these thickos listening. Just,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Oh,
If they're not musos, they don't know, do they? Do you know what I mean?
Well, and for the people in Brazil, thicos actually means wonderful people. So,
That's pretty basic, bud. Don't speak by no doubt is
no doubt, that's
yeah.
it. Yes,
It was on the tip of my
no
tongue
doubt.
and I couldn't think of it. Brilliant
Yeah.
tracks. I love that. Those questions are great, aren't they? So what you we'll move on a bit. What are you currently up to in a minute then? What's on the cards? I know you got some. You've got a
Yeah,
couple
we're kind
of
of between shows.
you got a couple of shows coming up, haven't you?
yeah.
Yeah,
There's just some
that's in July, yeah.
in between shows. We sort of try and either just stick rehearsing if we can, but if not, there's always another song to be developing, working on, recording. Um, we've got stuff to be mixed. It's just there's always a plate to spin. There's never
Yes,
not a plate,
yeah.
you know. So
So
if it's not playing, which we love doing the most, there is other bits and pieces that we have to be doing as well.
so do you
Yeah,
go?
there's always another release.
Sorry, I keep trying to interrupt you then.
No,
No,
you're good.
So what I was trying to get out there was, do you produce your work in a studio or is it home produced? How do you do that?
But we're quite fortunate that our bass player is also our producer at the studio that we record at. So I will sort of develop a demo from home, and then I can take it to the studio, and we can all work on it together there. And yeah,
Nice.
normally the way we used to do it is that we would have to record the song before we could play it live because of the use of backing tracks. But demo qualities are good enough now, so it kind of gives us the freedom to work on the song in a live environment and then take it to the studio. So
Like
yeah, yeah, we're sort of working. We're always working on new music.
Yeah, brilliant. Are you full-time musicians or do you both work? What's the score there?
Well,
fortunately
yeah.
not.
Yeah.
I
do
was
have day
expecting
jobs.
that answer, but what do you both do?
Yeah.
What do you both do? What exciting jobs do you do for this world that's propelling us forward?
You want to go first, then?
Yeah. So I work in interior design, just for a small family firm.
Nice.
And I fight crime sometimes. But yeah.
Wonderful. At night in a suit.
I cannot confirm that nor deny it.
Nice. I like that.
I won't
Yeah.
confirm it for you, but it's super tight.
Yeah. Good. Hey, absolutely love it. You can't beat that.
Yeah.
I do love like true crime and what have you.
Yeah, it does feel nice under the hand, I got to say. And I make dog food every day.
Oh right. Okay.
Every day. I know it's a weird
Nice.
one. No one
What
really.
in a factory or a small
Yeah,
thing or
it's all like it's meat. You know, like there's raw dog foods
yeah.
here and there. It's like a new-ish thing. It's still like a developing market, but that's what I do every day, in and out. I'm basically like a glorified butcher.
Well, I used to be a butcher. That's what I started off as, mate.
Oh,
So,
nice.
yeah.
Be careful, Kirk, because he's going to set off on his sales pitch if you're not careful.
No.
Well, what
Wouldn't
for
do that to you.
what for the dog food?
Yeah.
I'll take the mood right down now. I put my dog down about 4 weeks ago. So there you go.
I'm so sorry.
to hear
Yeah,
that.
there you go. That's took the
Yeah.
wind right out of your sails, hasn't it?
Yeah, there you
No,
go.
he-
I was never going to pressure him into anything.
He was 16, mate, and anyway,
Bless you, that's a great age.
He was great age, and he was getting a bit. It was a shame to watch him. So never mind. What is it? Your company, or you work for someone, or what's the?
Yeah, so when I was leaving sixth form, I didn't really know what to do. I sort of, it's a bit like a jack of all trades. I sort of turned my hand to like lots of different things, but never really settled in anything. And my dad was developing a company, and he was like, "Oh, like I don't really have time to do this full time whilst also doing my current job. You do it." And I was like, "All right, I guess that'll like keep me busy, I suppose." And it's sort of 10 years later, we're still doing it, and
Excellent. Oh, I love it. I
it's
love it,
good.
mate.
Yeah.
What's the company called?
It's called Raw Pet Foods.
Raw Pet Foods.
It's me, mum, and dad started it off, and now we've got like a small team. So
Oh, love
yeah,
it,
it
mate.
keeps me busy, keeps me very busy. So
Oh, Mantre said link up with Wolf and Brew because we used to have them as a sponsor, and they do the dried stuff, the dried food.
oh yeah,
Excellent.
nice.
Send the link to because we don't do it. what's the website called? Where do people go? And
Just rawpetfoods.co.uk.
rawpetfoods.co.uk. Go and check it out, people. Go on. And
Nice.
if you've got
Thank
a dog,
you.
if you've got a doggy, go and buy some. Yeah. But there we go. Right.
There we go.
Love it. I know it's nothing to do with music, but that's why. No, but that's why.
It pays for my gear, so it is something to do with
Yeah,
music,
yeah.
I suppose.
Yeah, but people might go, well, why are you asking a band about that? But what I'm trying to get over to a lot of people is we need to be not just asking the normal questions. We need to, for bands to grow, and you need to be human, engaged, and those
Yeah.
little things like that. Hopefully, no one else will ever ask you about that, and that's absolutely wonderful. And we have. Do you know what I mean? So it's an
Perfect, thank you,
insight. We get to understand the personalities behind the music, which is great. So we know you know what you're doing. Some people might think, "Oh, that's a bit boring, making pet food," but it's not, is it? It's not.
I'm,
You know what I mean?
I'm the drummer. I've got to do a labour type job, so.
I love it, mate. I love it. I absolutely love it. Absolutely wonderful. Anyway, go and check them out, people. Go and check them out. We digress. What else? Other questions have we got? So, what's your plans for the rest of 2025? You got any gigs rocking or festivals or anything like that?
Yeah, I think it's a matter of just sort of building on what we've already been doing. So last year was our first venture outside of Kent. So yeah, really, we just want to build on that. We will play anywhere that will have us, really. We plan on just releasing more music. We've got plenty to get recorded and finish up. So it's just a matter of time, really, and just getting on with the job. So yeah, lots to look forward to on our end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, on our
Yeah.
end, when it comes out, make sure you send them to us so we know what we do. See, some of this might not be right. So it says, what was it? Sneaky Peaks event, October 2024. Was that one of yours? No?
Yep.
Yep.
Did we do October?
Let me have a quick check on the calendar.
Says
Yeah, I think so.
October the
Calendar.
4th on here, but I might be wrong.
No, I think
yeah. Well,
you're
apparently on the
probably
second
right.
we was in yeah, it was because we was in Newcastle on the
There
2nd
you go, you see.
of October
Okay.
and
Yeah,
Edinburgh on the 4th, which is the Friday, because that was
yeah.
when there was the power cut and when we drove back.
Yes, yeah. So yeah.
Brilliant, because that's normally one of my questions. Any disasters at
Oh
a
yeah.
gig? So tell us about that, because that sounds like it's quite intriguing.
No.
To be honest, the whole night had wrapped up. Actually, it was
No.
more
Just
about
about,
just
yeah.
yeah. It basically the last act had just finished, just having a little chat here and there at the end, like you do, a bit of networking and all that.
Mm.
Um, and yeah, then all the power went, and we're like, oh okay. And then the guards come in straight away and like everyone out. We're like, well, I've got all my
Yeah, it's a health and
stuff here.
safety thing, yeah. Like
Got all my
because
stuff.
everyone has to be evacuated.
And
Wow.
we go outside, and it's not just our building; it's the whole street. And then all of a sudden, there's hundreds and hundreds of people in the middle of this street. And part of me was thinking, like, well, where were you earlier? You should have been at the gig, but they just weren't. They were elsewhere being
Well,
selfish and having drinks.
it's a street full of it's a street full of clubs. So you've got all the club goers on the street and all the fire engines trying to squeeze past and because it's what's it ULEZ zone. We had to park
Yeah.
outside of the ULEZ zone, so we had to lug the gear like 10-15 minutes down the road, fighting our way through the crowds and the fire engines. So
It's
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 a bit
mind-blowing.
rough.
Now, you missed a trick there because you could have done some busking to all those people on about who are
Yeah.
these lads? Who are these lads? So I mean,
Didn't think about it.
yeah, I know, but next time I do. So obviously we talked about it before. So you've done a lot of gigging around Dover, Ashford, Ramsgate. So there you go. Yeah, absolutely brilliant, lads. I'm just trying to think what else I've got here. If there's anything worth asking, no, I'll leave that. See if there's any questions on the old Mixcloud. See what people have got there. Oh, our Brazilian friend said they will listen and include it in our playlist. What style of them? He's Brazilian, you see. So what is your style of music? How would you describe it?
We tend to say like indie rock,
Yeah.
and I think that's a good general blanket term.
Mm.
But yeah, I think we're always up for dipping our toes into something else. So
Yeah, I think definitely if you listen to the whole catalogue, you'll find we do really stretch the veil of indie rock because we are a little bit over here, maybe on this edge, and a little bit over here. So we really are like all four corners of, or however many corners indie rock has. But I think we just try and push the boundary on indie as much as we can. Because there's tracks that, like Stamp, for example, was pretty heavy, pretty rock and roll, but it still sort of fits what we do. It sounds like a Worry People song.
Excellent, brilliant. So I don't know if we asked you that at the start because I was turning my thing off. But just to recap, where did the name come from? Did you tell us that? You did. So you say at the start.
No, Sam,
No, so
take it away.
yeah, so when I was a kid, I was a little bit nervous in primary school, and one day my mum came back with a little tote bag, and it had like these little stick figures in there, and they're sort of like wrapped in cotton and everything. And there's a little card in there that says the Guatemalan worry dolls, and you tell them what you're worried about, you put it under your pillow, and then in the morning your worries will be gone.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's just paying homage to that really, and because of we've already got the Goo Goo dolls and whatnot, so I just figured the Worry People instead sounded a bit better. So yeah,
Yeah,
that was it really.
makes sense. And those as a respect, it's symbolic in it, and the fact that you're getting it out there and telling it to something else and sharing it, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It must work as well, mustn't it? Because you've not got to get it out of your head. I mean, sometimes we worry about.
100%.
absolutely. Yeah,
So
just saying something out loud can even make you go, oh wow, it's actually not as bad as I made it out to be, because you just go round in circles in your head about a problem.
brilliant.
So yeah.
So do these little Worry People, Guatemalan Worry People, appear in any of your graphics?
You know what? I don't think even Ryan knows this, but because I had the name, the Worry People in my head a long, long time ago. So because I went traveling when I was 19, I finished sixth form, went traveling around Europe a little bit.
Nice.
When I came back, that's when I started writing music. So I was kind of late to the game. In my eyes anyway, you can never be too late. But I wrote a song when I was 19. I was like, I think I can do something with this. So I did a bunch of demos and songs, and we'll call them loosely songs because they weren't very good. But yeah, I did actually submit some to BBC Introducing, and they asked for a name. So I said the Worry People, and they needed a picture. And normally it's a picture of the band, but I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. So I just took a picture of the worry dolls that I had in a little circle, and just I sent that off to them.
Good evening. I didn't know that.
Now, see, we're all learning, even your band members learning. See,
Yeah.
see, now I'm intrigued what these Worry People look like. So do us a favour, don't show them now. Put them on your socials and talk about it. Talk about that on
Yeah.
the socials.
I mean, I do actually have them next door. I've
bet.
got the
I've got
original ones
some.
that my mum got me,
Yeah.
and Ryan gave me some as well. So
Really?
they're both next door. Yeah.
I've got some from Guatemala.
Have you been?
No, but my fiance is an embryologist, and she works with loads of different types of people from around the world, and they obviously knew the story and brought some with them. So
Wow. I'm loving it. From that to that. What's your name when we've gone from that's amazing. I love it. And I do love this part of the show because we get to find out about you and things about you. And I think they're interesting. So you definitely need to do some on your socials about that story and those figures and all that. And I'd like to see those graphics coming out somewhere in something. I would anyway. You don't have to. It's your stuff. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying. But that's nice. It's nice that he's bought you them. So what have you bought him that he needs, that he's into? So he's bought you the Worry dolls. What have you bought him?
Sam just brings me along, to be honest. That's about it.
Yeah.
He lets me be the drummer. That's nice.
I brought Ryan a frog-themed birthday present, but that's a long story that I don't think we can go into on the radio.
Not a radio story.
You can, but you can go into anything on this show. It doesn't matter. But anyway, we'll leave that for another day. Let's leave that as a teaser for people that maybe when someone comes and sees you at the gig, you go, "Come on, tell us this frog story. It's got to be dead interesting." Story. I love it. That's absolutely brilliant. It's great. You're good set of lads. Absolute love. Oh no, we've already had that. Great story. Oh, this is someone else. I thought it was your thing. Loren ORMM, whoever that is. Absolutely love gold. Must be one of your fans. No. Anyway, someone on there. Someone who knows you. Hopefully they'll tell us. Here we go. Did BBC Introducing get back to you at any time? Yeah, I missed that because I got really heavily involved in these worry dolls.
Oh gosh. Did they? I don't think they did. Honestly, these demos were bad. And like, by no means do I consider myself a singer. But back then, I really, really was not a singer. And no one will ever hear these songs.
Oh.
So, I don't think they came back to it. They barely come back to us now, for God's sake.
Yeah.
Well, they won't. They won't. It's all stitched up. Just keep doing your shit and get big on social media so they can't ignore you. No, they will, seriously. We tend to, hopefully, they'll contact you in a few months. We tend to find when people are in about 3 months later, get asked to go and introduce him. We've got this. Bob loves the 80s. He says, Ryan deserves a European tour.
Ooh. Why not?
Good evening. Yeah.
There you go. European tour. That'd be good, wouldn't
Big
it?
on a European tour.
If you was going to go travelling or you wanted to, that'd be good, that. So, here you go, lads. Let's set a tour up. Where do you want to go? Where would you go touring? Which country would you pick, do you think?
Gosh. Well, I hear all the time that Germany loves their live music and they just consume live music in a different way than the UK does.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'd love to go there. There's plenty of venues in Paris or just across France in general. But yeah, I'd say sort of more so Germany.
Yeah, I sort of agree with that.
Yeah. And I met some Germans when I went traveling and they were lovely and they know how to drink.
Oh, they know how to drink, but we could definitely pitch them up with the UK. They do like a beer, the Germans, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, can't beat them. Can't beat them. Well, we did, but you can't beat them. You know what I mean?
One time.
We won't go into. We won't go to that. Can't beat them at football, I don't think. Right. Anyway, brilliant. Is there anything I've not asked you that you wanted to get out?
Go watch the video on YouTube.
Yeah, we've got a music
that's a great
video.
way to sort of know us. It's all like stitched together clips from over the years, like the 4 years we've been together. Just in like a nice little video. We didn't really know what to do when it comes to this video. We had loads of ideas back and forward, but we just thought because it's to do with the 4 EPs and it's a bookend and it sort of summarizes everything we've done so far up, we just thought, well, let's just cheap out and put all the clips together and then it's done.
No, I'll have to have a look at that because I do like videos like that. And I got a band on here on the back of their video. It was like that. I'm just doing random things. I was like, these are crazy. These are crazy films. Get them on. And they're absolutely brilliant band. So don't knock it. It doesn't have to be anything, does it? You know, it just needs to be intriguing enough for people to sit and go, I like this. And I think if it's changing rather than just stood there playing music, and the videos are changing, you keep people engaged. That's really good.
We try and do a video for, even though they're not really that as sought after music videos anymore. You see it like less and less. But we try and do one for every release at least something.
I think there's still something in the videos because you can, a bit like this when we do this podcast and all this part of the show. I'll put the full video out. Not everyone will go and watch the full video, but they'll watch little snippets and they'll enjoy that. And I think you need that for the video, so you can actually chop some of the video up and bang it out as your little snips. Bob loves the 80s. He says scampi fries or bacon rashers.
Bacon rashers, personally.
Scampi fries.
I do like a scampi fry.
Bacon boy.
I only had them for the first time this year, actually. I know.
Really?
The scampi ones.
Scampi. They were big in the 80s then, mate. They were like a revelation when scampi fries come out. They were just like, wow.
Well, now I've had them once. I see them everywhere. It's one of those things.
Like a red car, isn't it? You know what I mean? If you think about it. Lele Records had jumped in and he said, don't stand in a room playing instruments. It's boring as fuck. That's what he says anyway there. That's what he says, not me. So.
We try not to, but we have had a couple of videos.
I think he means a video, but some are good.
Yeah.
Some are good if you do it right. They look dead simple, but if you do it right and keep changing the camera angles and what have you, that's the key to it.
Well, there was one where the music video for our last single last year called Naked, we literally had 2 torches, a smoke machine, and we just recorded it in one of Ryan's freezer containers at the food factory. So I think it looks a bit cooler than looking like it's filmed in a freezer, but that's where we did it.
It could recreate the Rocky Balboa scene when he's in the meat fridge with a beef hanging down, couldn't he?
There's no beef, but
there's no beef.
There's definitely some curtains in there, so.
Love it. Right, can one of you, because I like to get artist drops, because when you become mega famous, you're on the O2 and you hear this noise. That's me coming in. But I like to get an artist drop so I can put it out there, because that's for my future. It's an investment. So can one of you say, this is the Worry People and you're listening to Duggys Atomic Radio?
Go on, Sam.
Go on, Sam.
You want me to... Wait. So I say, my name is Sam. We are the Worry People, and you are listening to Atomic Dusbtin Radio.
Do it again. It's Duggys Atomic Radio, but take 5. Relax. Go again. Go again. Go on.
Wait,
Duggys Atomic Radio. Duggys Atomic Radio.
Duggys Atomic Radio. Duggys Atomic Radio. Duggys Atomic Radio. Okay. We are the Worry People, and you're listening to Duggys Atomic Radio.
Perfect. I love that. Right, I'm going to let you get on with your evening because we need to carry on playing the music because I never get through the playlist. Janice goes mad. But some interviews are easy, some are hard, and what makes it easy or hard is the guests that I have on. And you two, full of fun, reacted really well to questions you didn't know was going to come along, and it's a pleasure to interview, and I thank you for your time and what you're doing. So
no, thank you for having me.
Thank you so much.
Wish you the best of success in all that, and if it all goes tits up, go working with Ryan in the meat factory, and you can make it big with the
absolutely
in the meat game, can't you?
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah,
dog food.
Let's stay in touch as well, because if we're playing a show nearby you, we'd love for you to come along. So
yeah, give us a shout.
100%.
Yeah, give us a shout. Let us know if you're ever passing pop. I'm going to be doing some stuff in the future with bands and coming, but it goes out there to bands. If they're ever passing, I'm busy a lot of times in the morning, but more than happy for bands to come here, because here I've got my ignore all the mess. I've got my podcasting studio here with all my stuff in. I've got my drum kit. I've got my drum kit in the corner because I do a podcast as well. But I need to do more of them. So if you're ever passing, always come here. There's a casting couch at the back, so all is good.
Hey.
Oh.
Yeah. There you go.
Prepare for all outcomes.
Right. I'll see you both soon, and we'll let you get on with your evening.
Take care.
Thanks, lads. Thanks, lads. Absolutely brilliant. Let me change the camera angle there. That was the Worry People. Did you enjoy that? I thought they were absolutely fantastic. Really like them. Great guys. We'll carry on with the show. Go and follow them. Go and follow them on social. Go and see them if you can see them out and about when they're doing the shows. Go and check out the dog food as well, because it sounds quite good, doesn't it? Keep him gainfully employed. Where are we up to now? We're up to, I'll tell you what, let's have this. Apollo Junction. Track called Entangled. Another great interview, I must say.